I'm here to do another rant. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm gonna label it a shit list. When I turned on the camera, I wasn't even initially gonna make this a shit list, but you know what? Let's make it a shit list for the hell of it, cause who really cares? Anyway, gotta talk about what's been going on the internet anyway. Man, you know it feels good to do one of these rants again. I haven't done one of these in a while. So, I'm feeling empowered, I'm really feeling a sense of urgency here. So I'm really going to try to bring it fast and furious as best I can. So, you know what? No bullshit. Let's put the bullshit on the back burner. Let's do some straight talk. Some real talk, as John McCain would say. I don't want to compare myself to John McCain, but you know what? Let's do it anyway. Straight, real talk. So, we got stuff like swag and YOLO floating around the internet. Bullshit. Anybody who posts this shit is a fucking moron. And I know what, you losers out there are going to say. Oh, you're going to say I'm a loser. Be like, you got no swag and, you got no life. That's why you don't appreciate YOLO. You know what? Fuck YOLO. I hope YOLO takes it up the ass. I hope it takes it up the ass really goddamn good. Because you know what? People who say YOLO, they're nothing but worthless human beings. It stands for you only live once. Yeah, you know what? I know I only live once, but that doesn't mean that I gotta be a drunk, coked out slut to appreciate life better. You know what? I appreciate life, even if it is just playing video games and watching Netflix, I appreciate the fact that I got a fucking job and I do have a life. You know what? As long as you got a life, as long as you got a job and you're happy and you're doing something with your goddamn life instead of just hanging around the club getting coked up and drunk and letting guys take advantage of you, then you know what? I think that life is pretty goddamn good. So you people who say YOLO, you know what? I think you have to say YOLO to reinforce the fact that your life fucking sucks and you're a disgrace to the human race. Sorry. And if you got swag, swag is just some way of saying confidence, style. You've got grace to your step. Well, you know what? If you got to reinforce, your confidence and whatnot, well, you know what? Then you probably don't have to post that you've got swag. If you really got to put it out there that you've got something, you probably don't have it. You don't already have it if you have to let everybody know out there. That's psychology 101. That's probably the oldest form of psychology. If you've got to say, if you got to say, oh, I get mad bitches, you probably don't get mad bitches because you know what? If you've got time to say that you're getting bitches, well, then you know what? You probably don't have bitches. I've just got to put it out there, So I'm never the one to go around and say those types of things because you know what? I'm probably too busy doing something else more worthwhile than saying swag all the time. It's just a way to compensate for a lack thereof, meaning that you don't have confidence and you don't have stride in your step. So those who say that they have swag don't, because if you had swag, there'd be no reason to say that you do, because you already have it, and why would you need to tell others that you do have it? So that's pretty much out of the way. This whole entire internet age is just pretty ridiculous. People have got to put their lives on Facebook, on Twitter. Remember how it was before Facebook and Twitter? Actually, I really am having a hard time remembering pre-Facebook, because Facebook is crazy. I mean, it has ended relationships. It has ended friendships. It has ended lives even. I think that was MySpace. But yeah, it ended lives. God damn. It's crazy. It's led to murders. People have been stalked. Facebook is crazy. Do you remember the times of the rotary phone? I actually do. I have to say, things were a lot different before, technology took over. People like to say cell phones change everything. Nuh-uh. Yeah, they probably did. Cell phones definitely changed the way things are as far as, human interaction and, social interactions. But Facebook, man, just went up and beyond. If you thought MySpace was nothing compared to Facebook. MySpace was just fooling around. It didn't really lead too much. But when Facebook got introduced and pretty much wiped MySpace right off the map, you don't even hear about MySpace anymore. But Facebook, my God, and people like to say, Facebook is not as popular as it used to be. Bullshit. People are on Facebook all the time. You go to your news feed and some people are posting every single minute of the day. Facebook is crazy. There is a lot of human interaction. You might not even see it because there's also PMs. Remember that. Remember, what you see on somebody's wall is different in your news feed because that's different. People are sending private messages, every second of the day. So you don't know what's going on with your friends, your family, or people you don't even know. I mean, it's just absolutely like mind-numbing when you really think what's going on Facebook. I mean, it's like a whole nother world. It's a whole nother digital world. I mean, you've got sluts out there showing their entire bodies for attention. I mean, you've got people just putting their whole lives out there. They're talking about their children. They're talking about their love lives. It's crazy. I mean, man, the lack of privacy. I mean, I'm not surprised that we've got identity theft and we've got as much stalking as we do, because I mean, everything is out there. It's like you're like holding people's minds in the palm of your hands, and you're picking their minds because it's all there on their Facebook page. And I mean, I swear to God, I've got people on my friends list who have their addresses actually listed in their info part. Now, I don't even remember who these people are, which is kind of strange because you would kind of remember something like that. But I don't know. It just doesn't matter to me. I don't care. So that's why my mind didn't pick up on it and remember it. But I just think that's insane. I mean, you inviting a stalker into your living room by doing that? I think you are. It's just incredible. I really don't understand how people's minds work. It's like when Facebook came about, what is it that drew people out? Like, here you are, here's a website, and you can post whatever you want. So how did it get to the point where people just decided, you know what, I'm just going to put my whole life out there? I guess because it's just very inviting, it's friends and everything, but it's so public. I mean, I know you got a friends list, but really, how many people on your friends list are actually your friends? Think about that for a minute. Some people got like 300, 400, 500. Some people even have 1,000 because they're just, requesting or accepting friend requests from random people on the internet where they don't even know, especially the girls. Come on, girls out there. You probably got a whole bunch of guys on your friends list that you don't even know. Because you just accepted them because they wrote you a cute little message or something like that. And, they're hitting like on all your photos. I mean, it's really crazy when you see girls getting like 123 likes on one photo, but that's also because the girl's probably got her boobs or her ass hanging out. No, I don't have a problem with those pics, but, it just says something about integrity. But, if lack of integrity gets me a free show, well, hell, you know what? That just brings out the red-blooded male in me. But can you really blame me? But I'm just really thinking it's really shocking. I just had to do a rant about this because I'm just really thinking about the way humanity is going. I mean, we are headed into the unknown. I mean, what the fuck is next? What is going to happen? I mean, you look back at like the 50s and 60s and the way things were, and they weren't as innocent as portrayed. You still had your pervs out there and everything, but now it's all out there. See, that's the thing. In 2012, just everything is out on the table. All the cards have been laid out, and you can just clearly see it now. There's not a lot of sheltering as there used to be. You could try to shelter people, you could try to shelter your kids, but it's probably not going to work out as well as it did back then because things are just like public access now. You could just see it. It's clear. You can see through the looking glass as clear as day. So I really just have to ask, what's next? What do you think is next? You could comment on this video and tell me where you think we're going after this Facebook age. I mean, what's the next step? What's the next phase of humanity? Because I really, I've got a few theories out there. I mean, I think someone's going to take over Facebook. I don't think it's going to be Twitter, something all new. They're always going to think of a concept because you didn't think cell phones were going to exist and you didn't think a social network like Facebook was ever going to come about. So just think what's next. You don't know. You don't have any idea what's next unless you theorize about it and you really think about it. But something big is coming, and there's going to be a whole new change. It's just, what is it going to be? That's the question.